Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Bad Moon's Orbit. I am, as always, your skink star priest, Dalton Montgomery.
And I'm Darian the Human.
Hell yeah. If that intro didn't give it away, dear listeners,
Then
today...
I hope the title of the episode did.
Yeah, I was going to say, you clicked on this. You know what we're talking about. Today, we are talking about Seraphon, our dinosaurs riding dinosaurs from space.
So good! Let's go!
Listen.
It's like it's from the 1980s.
Listen, if anyone ever asks you what's cool about Warhammer, you can tell them that our default fantasy, ancient ones who knew all the mysteries of the universe and exist with their souls intertwined with magic and starlight, are dinosaurs. And that's what's cool about Warhammer.
Very good.
It's very good. So Seraphon is the AOS term for what in the old world were colloquially known as lizardmen, or just lizards.
Yeah.
Seraphon do not have biological sexes. It's kind of similar to orcs. In the old world, all Seraphon existed from the start of the world, right? Like their eggs were in the spawning pools and they would just hatch at predetermined times in history. We're not super sure how it works at AOS anymore, but we're going to get into that.
Nice.
So they're not really lizard men. They're just lizards. And now they're
Lizards?
Seraphon to dodge all that.
Cool.
But
That's great. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So, talking about the old world, we can't really talk about Seraphon without talking about the old world, because they're very deeply tied into it. Mm-hmm. The Seraphon were the first creation of the old ones, right? Mm-hmm. The survivors of the world that predated the world that was, who tried to come up with that plan to, defeat chaos, and they made lizards and elves and dwarves and humans about it, and half-finished ogres. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Seraphon, during the end times, they fought like hell to try and stop Chaos from winning, and then when it seemed clear that Chaos was going to win anyways, they didn't die. They didn't die with the destruction of the old world like everybody else did.
Did they get into their spaceships?
They did. Damn
it!
That's literally what happened.
Okay.
Specifically, they got into their big, Aztec-coded temples, and those temples just... took off and flew into space. Yep. Seraphon escaped the destruction of the old world aboard their temple ships.
Are these just planets? These worlds?
Get
into a spaceship.
Yes and no, because they flew out into the Great Dark Beyond, which isn't what it's called in Warhammer. That's Warcraft. But they flew out into space, and the world was destroyed, and reality was destroyed.
Is it in the Adventure Zone?
Kind of, yeah.
They their reality is destroyed, but their spaceship happens to be able to go into the next one.
Yeah. That's basically how it worked with the Seraphon.
And how did Sigmar end up here?
On the corpse of the old world. Yep, just clinging to it.
And it also went through?
Yeah, it just flew through space until it found the mortal realms.
Yeah.
It's all...
So I reiterate, is this the same universe?
Kind of. It's all very loosey-goosey.
Really want to dance around this. We
Yeah.
don't want to commit to this because then it would maybe anchor us to that other one that we're not a podcast for.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't... Yes and no.
I'm going to back away from this precipice. Let's talk about the dinosaur man.
I was going to say, yeah, because Sigmar rode the corpse of the old world until he hit the mortal realms.
Yeah.
So they are tangentially in the same physical space, but Chaos did destroy concepts like time when they destroyed the old world, right? So it's all very I
don't know if you've ever said that sentence. Destroyed concepts like time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely they did. Obviously.
Yeah.
I just don't think you said it like that to me before, and I hadn't comprehended that reality. Let's talk about the dinosaur alien men from space.
So they get in the spaceships, they fly away. Seraphon aren't immortal. They just they fly up into space, and then after an amount of time, they just start dying of old age.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty
they're not
standard.
immortal.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
not
that's
how I
just
thought
what
this sentence
happens.
was going to end.
Yeah.
That kind of happens to most things.
Yeah. But temple ships and like weird advanced technology for ancient lizard people. The temple ships store the souls.
We're back at the souls.
Yep. Store the souls of the Seraphon as they die. They are just kept in the temple ships like big data centers, basically. And all of the Seraphon, after a while, are dead, except for one type of them.
Okay,
There are 4 main types of Seraphon. We're going to get into them later.
Cool.
But the only ones who don't die while the ships are just like flying through space are the leaders of the Seraphon, the great and mighty Slan.
Fabulous.
They're frogs. Which are not lizards.
No, they're not. They're amphibians.
Yeah. The Slan were the very first creation of the old ones.
Were they wizards?
They are
I
wizards.
remember a frog wizard.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Cool. All
Yep.
right. It's been so long, and my brain is so full of information now.
Yep. The Slan are big frog wizards. First creations of the old ones, and they learned how to do magic directly from the old ones. Most Seraphon aren't immortal. Slan are the exception.
Because they can do magic?
Because
they learn magic from the old ones?
They're just built like that.
They're just built different!
Yep. They share that trait with real life frogs, where they can go into like long-term hibernations where they don't need to like eat or anything.
Themselves in the mud.
Yep, and just exist for a long time. We don't have any of the first spawning anymore. The like original Slan created.
That'll happen when Chaos is around.
Yeah,
A lot of people die.
The last of them died during the end times, so he was around for the entirety of the old world, and then he died during the end times.
That's so sad.
Right. His name was Mazdamundi.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's Wizard Frog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Part of the end times was that
He sounds
Skaven...
like he should be a Star Wars character.
Right. Skaven built a device to pull one of the old world's moons closer to the planet. Because that moon is made out of warpstone, the like pure coalesced chaos magic.
I'll fully admit that when you started that sentence, my brain finished it with of cheese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
the rats pulled the cheese moon closer to the planet because yum. Yeah, naturally, of course.
Go on.
It's called Morzleb. It's made of warpstone, and warpstone is pure chaos magic. And so the Skaven pulled it closer to use it to augment like chaos magic in themselves.
That moon? Is that the bad moon?
No, we are not Morzleb. We'll talk about the bad moon eventually.
Eventually,
yeah.
It's episode 20.
I know, but it's tied to a specific faction that we haven't like really seen yet.
Incredible. Go on.
But Skaven being Skaven obviously fucked it up, and they didn't just pull Morzleb closer to the planet. They pulled Morzleb into the planet, like into the planet's gravitational pull, and Majora's masked the like Warhammer South America, which is called Lustria, and is where the lizards originated. And Mazdamundi, in all his incredible celestial power, tried to like catch the moon with magic and just like push it back into the sky. And he almost succeeded, and then his head exploded because it's just too big of a task even for Mazdamundi.
I think that's how Chewbacca died in the original Star Wars EU. He got crushed by a moon.
Yeah.
I think he had to like push the Millennium Falcon to get it moving. And
Majora's Mask has done irreparable damage to the psyche of all millennials. So we don't have any of the first spawning anymore. They're like the original Slan who learned from the old ones. But all subsequent Slan learned from those Slan. Okay. So all Slan are incredibly capable in magic. They are by far the most capable mortal wizards. And mortal just in the sense that they aren't demons or gods. Yep. Because they can technically live forever, but yeah. Yeah. I'm going to cut us off real quick so we can talk about game mechanics, because I forgot to do that at the top of this episode.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah. Do you have one you would like to start with?
All right. Yes. Since we talked about video games in the last one, nice. I was like, well then, it's not a recent one, but it was one when I was thinking, what's a mechanic I really like? And I just want to shout out the Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts.
Hell yeah.
I just really like
the good designs.
Keyblades.
Yeah.
They're good designs. They do, in fact, peak in Game 2.
Yeah.
I went through and compared all of the Keyblade designs, and they definitely, admittedly, go down here after Game 2. But they're fun, and it's a fun weapon. Especially in this like game for younger audiences. Yeah. It's just a giant key. Yeah. And you're just using it to bash around the monsters. Yeah. And in your head, when you're a kid, you're like, yeah, it's like a sword. Like the Master Sword, whatever. And then you're a grown-up and maybe you get a prop replica of the Keyblade and you hold it in your hands and you realize this is just a fucking club.
Yeah.
And you're just bashing people with it. But I think it's a really cool thing. And I think the element of getting the different charms from the different Disney characters you meet, and it makes your weapon look different, and the aesthetic matches the characters, is fun. And sometimes it means you roll up into a really intense and important cutscene with the goofiest fucking weapon of all time. Just
hell yeah.
bulky, gummy, column Greek Hercules one that is the ugliest one in the first game, but it is the strongest one, and you have to have it equipped if you're gonna beat Riku, because otherwise you're gonna watch that cutscene a whole lot. Mm-hmm. So suddenly it switches from Riku holding the Kingdom Key to it goes back to Sora's hands, and he's got this bulky ass.
This is back when you couldn't skip cutscenes in video games, younger listeners. Yeah.
Cutscenes in the original Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2. So
that cutscene's so fucking long.
It's so long. And the thing about it is it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's a really good cutscene for the narrative. A lot of stuff happens emotionally. It's a really important story beat.
Yep.
And it is just remembered with such disdain.
Yep.
Because the boss battle right after it is justifiably very difficult.
Yep. So most people had to watch it like 50 times.
I watch it so often. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts
designs is good.
I love them. They're ridiculous.
Hell yeah. I'm going to talk about a tabletop RPG mechanic. Mm-hmm. I've been on a kick of just like finding and reading like kind of niche indie tabletop RPGs because...
Is your Dalton Montgomery and it's what you do.
Yeah, I love tabletop RPGs and I want to play more of them all the time. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to shout out the like improvised mystery mechanics originated in Brindlewood Bay, which is a like indie tabletop RPG, and then also like reiterated on in Apocalypse Keys, which is a like high power like supernatural mystery game.
Nice.
Brindlewood Bay is like a more mundane mystery game. It's like an Agatha Christie game.
What a good name for something like that. Brindlewood Bay is like a cozy mystery type game. Oh my god.
Right.
Go for them.
And Apocalypse Keys baseline assumption is that every player plays a like potentially world-ending threat who is coerced into being on the good side. It is Suicide Squad, where every person on the team is Enchantress.
That's fine.
But both are mystery games with the inherent hook that the GM does not know what the mystery is going in.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
Okay.
The mechanics are designed to present the players with clues, and they have a role to like determine like to find the answer to what the mystery is, which is when that becomes real. Again, like the GM doesn't come up with a mystery. It is a game designed to create a compelling mystery.
Oh, how fun.
Right.
Wow.
It's
so much less back work.
Yeah, right. It's less back work.
Reduced.
It's less back work. It means it's something that all of you are engaging with at the same time instead of it being instead of it just being like a theme park that you're walking players through. Yeah. I like it a lot. And I want to play both of them more. I haven't played Apocalypse Keys, but
you played the Brindlewood one?
Just briefly.
Aww.
Yeah, and I want to play both of them more. But that's game mechanics. Let's get back to lizards. Let's get back to lizards. So, Seraphon souls stored in the temple ships. The Slan go into hibernation, just keeping a baseline awareness for like if the ships drift into something cool, they can wake up and like check it out. But the ships don't for a long time. No. They just drift through the cosmos until, similar to Sigmar arriving on the corpse of the old world and being caught in Dracothian's tail and delivered to the old world. The Seraphon ships are slower. They don't arrive until near the end of the Age of Myth.
Yeah.
But when they arrive, we talked about this a little bit in the like Myth to Chaos episode.
Yeah.
When they arrive, the Slann, their minds like connect with Dracothian.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
really
literally
like
just
that.
like big lizard.
Yeah. And they big like, I love how your eyes went wide when you
Big lizard. Recognition. They connect with Dracothian, and Dracothian's like, "Oh, you're from the same place that my buddy Sigmar is from."
my BFF Sigmar.
Yeah. Like, what happened? And the
right.
Slann,
And they
yeah,
share the whole thing in a way that
Yes.
Sigmar never had.
yes.
Oh.
Sigmar's always like he doesn't want to revisit like the trauma of it. He doesn't want to like. He wants to focus on the here and now and like the future. But the Slann just beam like all of their memories of the end times directly into Dracothian's head.
Yeah.
And like Dracothian cries tears that become new stars in the sky because that's the kind of thing you could do when you're a giant dragon.
good.
Yeah.
So Dracothian knew that Sigmar lived on a world that chaos destroyed.
Yes.
And that was probably the beginning and end of it.
Pretty much.
He
Yeah.
knew that's what happened, and it's like, never going to tell you about the details.
Yep.
And now he got all of the deets.
Yep.
Oh,
All the brutal.
so happy to realize this is what my buddy has been carrying this
Yes.
whole time.
Yeah. 100%. The more details of the trauma involved in it and everything. That's really when. Because Dracothian was Sigmar's friend, but he was still like a god beast. He was still like had his own focuses and stuff.
Yeah.
I like to think that was the moment where Dracothian was like, okay, like hell or high water, like I and my like descendants are in this now.
Yeah,
like,
that's when they became ride or die.
Yes, absolutely. That's why a lot of Stormcast like ride dragons into battle. Like I think that's the moment where it was like, cool, we are like fast allies forever now.
To now truly see the stakes.
Yeah. Yep.
And also it's his friend. He doesn't want him to ever have to experience that again.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So the Seraphon arrive near the end of the Age of Myth, and they just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
They know, like, they don't have to do any of the, like, jumping through hoops of, like, okay, everybody, we gotta get together to stop chaos from coming. The Seraphon were designed to fight chaos.
Yeah.
Like, that is their only role in existence. And so they show up and they're like, this is a world that chaos will come for next. Back to sleep till they get here. Like,
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Just gonna put our big Aztec pyramid down
Yep.
somewhere.
They just floated above Azir.
That's right.
It's just hanging in the sky.
Just
Yeah.
they're like, I guess that's a thing now.
Yep.
Cool.
So we're going to not talk about like what happens next real quick. We're going to talk about a little bit of like Seraphon psychology or Seraphon philosophy kind of. So all of Seraphon society revolves around the Great Plan. The Great Plan is Word of God, a complete plan crafted by the Old Ones to eliminate chaos permanently.
Now, is that different from the Ineffable Plan?
Yes. It has de facto not happened.
Yep.
A big part of it. And also, we don't have any angels in Age of Sigmar. We de facto have demons.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Stormcast are kind of angels is kind of the idea,
Yeah,
I
they
think.
do the like angelic archangel function.
Yeah. They have a lot of them
battling
have
demons.
wings. They descend from the realm of the heavens. Yeah. But I was just trying to play off the
Yeah, I got
Crowley
you.
and
I
Aziraphale.
appreciate
Yeah. Coming to Amazon this fall, a Stormcast and a fucking pink horror reconnecting. I was trying to think of the funniest possible demon for that to be, and it's just the gibbering, like 5 armed Zinchian demons that split when they die. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, it is the funniest.
Played by David Tennant still.
It would have to be.
So yes, the Great Plan, supposedly a complete plan to eliminate chaos permanently, just like cease it to exist.
Yep.
Crafted by the Old Ones. No one but the Slann know what the Great Plan is. They intentionally don't share it with anybody else. But they are never called like the keepers of the Great Plan or the distributors of the Great Plan or the like custodians of the Great Plan. They are always called the interpreters of the Great Plan.
Oh Oh,
Yeah.
interpreters.
Yeah. So the implication is that not
wonder
even
it
the
hasn't
Slan,
worked yet.
not even the Slan really know what all the pieces of it are, right? Like that's kind of the implication, and they're just trying their best to follow it.
Do we think it would work?
We don't
It didn't
really
before.
know.
It hasn't yet.
Well, that's the thing. Part of also the thing of like,
Didn't
okay,
they
if
try
there's
this a bunch of times?
kind of like, because this is the great plan crafted by our old ones, like the
Yeah.
survivors of the previous world before the world that was.
Yeah.
And they only existed for one cycle. Like they were mortal in the world that came from before the world that was.
Yeah.
And that's all we know about them. As they exist briefly, they made lizards and elves and humans and half of ogres, and then they got.
Yeah.
And so supposedly this is their complete plan, but we don't know
Why are we
if it
thinking
would
they know
work. I was gonna say
they got got? Why are we acting like their plan's gonna work?
it's not an accident that the Seraphon are the only people who are like real concerned with the Great Plan, and part of that's probably because they were made to be really concerned with the Great Plan.
Yeah, I'm sure one of them went up to Sigmar and was like, "So the great plan." And he's like, nice."
Yeah.
And he walked the fuck away.
Yep.
He left that meeting.
Keep trying that.
Yep. Oh, end of chaos sounds good to me, buddy.
Yep. Even if the Great Plan is real and could work, I just don't think anyone could pull it off. Like that's my like famously, the Slan are about half split on whether the death of the world that was marked the failure of the Great Plan, like that's a thing that can't have happened, and so the Great Plan is abandoned now,
or
if it was part of the Great
Plan.
Plan.
That's what I wanted to know. What kind? What are we doing? A Doctor Strange in Infinity War, being like, we're playing like 4D chess. We got to give up some pieces in order to win in the end.
The Slan disagree, which is why I don't think they could pull it off, even if it was real, which I also doubt. Right. Like Mazdamundi famously, the like guy who blew his head up trying to stop Morsleb from hitting the world.
I know who Mazdamundi is. I will.
Like Mazdamundi famously declared that the Great Plan had failed and that they just had to like try and fight to save this world now before he died. Yeah, right.
What a note to go out on.
Yeah. Also, I'm not going to whitewash Mazdamundi's reputation, by the way. I'm going to make you hate Mazdamundi real quick. Mazdamundi also didn't think that anyone who wasn't a lizard was part of the Great Plan. All non-lizards who show up in Lustria were kill on sight for Mazdamundi.
Dude.
Yep. He wasn't a good dude.
No,
he was just...
He's a frog wizard.
Yep. So yeah, that's the relationship to the Great Plan. There are some Slan who like don't follow it. There are some Slan who are way into it still and think that it's still like ongoing. And all of the Seraphon kind of fall into that, like those niches. But it's not like a huge part of the Seraphon's identity anymore. It's just kind of a like, yeah, there's still like some Great Plan stuff. Is it? Are we still on the Great Plan? Who's to say? Depends on who you ask. Yep. The main division in Seraphon. So Chaos shows up at the end of the Age of Myth. Seraphon immediately go into like fight mode.
Yep.
Because that's their job.
That is what they are built for.
And before we talk about what that looks like, I want to talk about the actual kind of like big division, the thing that I think is really interesting about Seraphon in Age of Sigmar, which is the split, not even necessarily among ideological grounds, but just on almost like a metaphysical ground between the two different main groups of Seraphon. So in the beginning, the two groups are called the Starborn and the Coalesced.
Okay.
And in the beginning, there are only Starborn.
Because they came from the stars?
Yeah.
Okay.
Starborn are those souls in computers.
Okay.
They are the stored Seraphon souls. And when Chaos arrives somewhere, the Slan like drive the ship over there, and they use astral magic. They use heavenly magic to conjure bodies for the Seraphon's souls to inhabit.
Whoa, okay.
Yes. So, and they just like, they conjure them on the surface of the world where the fighting is happening.
Yeah.
That's what it means to be a Starborn, where you are this like immortal soul, like in a computer hard drive, basically on this temple ship. And occasionally a Slan will manifest a body made of starlight for you to inhabit to fight chaos.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Coalesce.
Yes.
So I'm gonna hold off talking about Coalesced real quick, just because
Okay,
I want to
more
talk a
about the
little bit more
Starborn.
about Starborn.
Okay.
Yep. So like I said, in the beginning, there's only Starborn. The temple ships split up. They go to the different realms as chaos is showing up. Temple ship flies over, beams down a whole army of like Seraphon warriors.
This is just another layer of this cryptids that exist
Yes.
in this world.
I was-
Your regular
I was
farmer.
gonna say, when we were talking about the Ideneth earlier, and you're like, "Oh, this is like some cryptid, like mythical shit." I
Yeah.
was just waiting because, for however, like,
Your one drunk cousin
Yeah.
rolling up and saying
Yeah.
he saw dinosaurs be beamed from the sky to fight the chaos demons. Yeah, sure, buddy.
Ideneth will give you the amnesia, or they're here for hostile reasons. Starborn are like eerie. They have like a mythic quality to them almost,
Yeah,
of
That's
like.
spooky as hell.
Yeah, because Seraphon in general don't have anything to say to people.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like friendly, "Hey, how are you? We're here to help." It's
Yeah,
literally
they're
just
they're not
like
the Stormcast.
no, yeah. It's literally just like, "We're here to fight chaos, and we're not coordinating with you. We're just going to like fight chaos." So literally you can picture this like peasant village out in the like reaches of Gyran or Akshi or wherever, where like Stormcast aren't getting to it, or like right at the start of the Age of Chaos, Stormcast wouldn't exist yet. Just like normal defense forces aren't getting to it. Them just seeing this like oncoming thing of chaos warriors, and then just this military legion of dinosaurs coming
Descend.
into existence.
Yeah.
Fighting off those
From
chaos.
a flying pyramid.
Yep. Fighting off those chaos warriors and then just vanishing. Never even
Yeah.
like acknowledging that you exist. Just,
Gone.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's definitely like spooky cryptid
Yes.
lore in the mortal realms.
Yes. You have been saved by Batman. And it is like, and he is not acknowledging you.
Yep.
Yeah, like I even have in my notes, it's a contrast to Stormcast, where like rebuilding and securing the realms is like a big part of the Stormcast thing. They show up to the fight, and then Stormcast will often hang around to like help rebuild Town Hall or whatever. Like they are part of these communities that they're trying to, or they're separated from them, but they want to foster these communities. Seraphon just beam in and do the fighting, and then they beam back out. I mean, realistically, the Slan just stop concentrating, and their bodies of starlight just dissipate back into the winds.
That's so spooky as hell.
Right.
It's like the beaming element would make it feel a little bit more grounded.
Right.
That they just dissipate. It's like,
A lot
it
of
just turns them off.
a lot of common people think that Seraphon are ghosts for that reason.
Yeah, I
like
would
vengeful
too.
spirits, like here to fight off chaos. Yeah.
Do they have dinosaurs in the mortal realms?
Yes, but we'll get to it.
Oh, shit,
It's important.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like Starborn have like an amenable relationship with Sigmar, but it's like through Dracothian, where
Yeah.
like the Starborn are not asking Sigmar his opinion. They're not like, "Where do you think we should go fight Sigmar?" They're just like, "We're going to send a bunch of temple ships to patrol Ulthuan." Or not Ulthuan, that's in the old world. We're going to send a bunch of temple ships to patrol Ulgu because some part of the Great Plan says that's a good idea, so we've interpreted. And they tell that to Dracothian, who then relays it to Sigmar, because the Slan, some of the Slan who are still alive despite not being first spawning, were alive for 1,000 years when Sigmar was born as a human man.
Yeah, why
They're
would
not,
you listen to that guy?
They're not collaborating with this human barbarian king. Like, they're just going to go do their own thing.
That's crazy.
Right. A quirk of Seraphon as a whole is that they're completely immune to chaos corruption. They're basically the only species we know of that is. Orcs are extremely resistant, but they can technically fall to chaos. But Seraphon are just completely immune, which is great. They can't be mutated. They can't be like affected by a lot of chaos magic.
Nice.
Yeah, they're just
Super handy.
they're just pure order. Yeah. And Starborn specifically get compared a lot to demons. They're basically order demons, right?
Yeah.
Their bodies are made of magic. When they die, they just return to the temple ships, and the Slan make them new bodies. Like, yeah,
That's so interesting.
right. I like them a lot. So that's the Starborn. Also, like militarily, the Starborn very quickly earn a reputation for being just like the top echelon of like magical combatants.
Yeah.
They're in a
Literally made of magic.
Yep, they're in a class by their own, alongside like techless and Tzeentch when it comes to like magical warfare. Just entire battlefields where they don't even bother manifesting like warriors. They just scour the earth with blasts of holy light. But that is mostly a Starborn trait because the Slann are doing all that stuff. It's literally just a calculation to them of, will I use up more like magic manifesting an army or popping that guy real quick. So then Coalesced come into the picture. So I love Seraphon because, like I said at the top of the episode, they are Warhammer's like equivalent of like a precursor species, like ancient mysteries of the past. So entwined with like the mysteries of the universe that they've just become these like starlight made bodies powered by incredible wizards, all that stuff. But they're still big lizards, right? Like there's no getting around the fact that they are still dinosaurs. And so something starts to happen the more often that Seraphon go out and the Slann like beam down these like starlight bodies for them to fight in. Sometimes if the fighting goes on too long or it happens in too like magically suffused a place or any number of other factors can cause this to happen. Sometimes while the Seraphon are down like on the land, their bodies stop being made of starlight.
They coalesce?
They coalesce and they start again being made of meat and scales.
That's upsetting.
They just become real again. Like
someone just wished upon a star and you became a real dinosaur from the beginning of time and space.
And when that happens, like the Seraphon are still like on their mission. They still know that they are there to fight chaos. But all of the parts of your like mind and like being alive that are instinct and are like pheromones and hormones and like things that your body is doing to the part of you that you think of as you. Like all those things come back all at once.
Because
they have they have physical forms again. And so when that happens, they become coalesced, and most coalesced go, actually, like, we're going to keep the operation up from down here. Like, we don't want to come back up onto the ship. There's no food up there for us. We would just die again and get put back in the computer. You can grab us.
Be in the computer.
You can grab us back from the computer when we die here on the Earth if you want to, but we're going to just stay here. We're going to be lizards first and like ancient magical. Later. That seems to happen to some types of Seraphon more frequently than others, and we'll talk about that. It seems to be the Seraphon who are more like physical already, kind of like the warrior like type Seraphon.
That makes sense. They
just have a stronger connection to like the physicality of the world, which is very interesting. Coalesced have more natural instincts and quirks. They're a coalesced Seraphon and a Starborn of like the same kind of Seraphon. The coalesced will be stronger and hardier and like harder to kill. Because they're physical. They're more real. They still operate within like in service of the great plan, but they interpret it in a different way that's much more like grounded. Unlike Starborn, who just like show up to do a thing and then leave, Coalesced will actually integrate into their like communities and stuff. Like you'll have human cities who they might not like hang out in town, but you have human cities who know that if things get hairy, they can like signal for the Seraphon to show up. 100%. I have in my notes, Coalesced focus more on being dinosaurs.
Yes. Oh, wow. This is so cool.
Right.
This is a bunch of armored, colorful dino beasts coming from a massive glowing pyramid from the sky, racing out to battle. That's so cool.
That's a temple ship. That's what they look like.
That's good. You got the big flying ones.
You got the big beams of light and the like electricity. You got the Slann back there doing the Darth Sidious, just like both lightning hands. Oh
my god, that's so cool.
They're so cool.
Wow, you should put it on the side of a van.
Right. The next photo in that is, just to give you a sense of, it's actually a photo of the old world.
So chill.
Yeah, that's Lustria. That's where the Seraphon originate from. They're like ancient temple cities and stuff.
Would live there.
Right. It's very nice. But then, on to the next one. For each of the like different species of Seraphon, I've tried to include a picture of both a starborn and coalesced variant where I can. So those are Slan. They're big frogs. And I love them terribly.
This is going to be mean. They're not as cute as I was picturing, and I'm sad.
Oh, no.
I'm picturing cute little frog guys. And that's my fault. We missed the trees all over again. And I know this. This is like, they're awful. But, like, they're wonderful. And I wouldn't change a thing about them. But, like, this one's got some piercings.
Yeah.
Samesies.
I love the one on the left you can see he's like doing some big magic. That's a starborn Slan.
I stand by the Star Wars thing now that I see what they look like.
Yeah.
This is a Star Wars character.
Yeah. I adore the coalesced Slan. I think he is so fun looking. He's just like he's deep in meditation. He's so chilling on his chair. Yep.
Yeah, he's just leaning really like relaxed into his physical form.
Yeah. Slan are undisputed masters of magic. Again, wizards of the highest order, trained by the old ones, like almost directly. Slan spend so much time in like deep concentration, just like trying to attune to the natural magic of the universe and like unravel its mysteries, that their bodies are atrophied. Slan could not get out of those chairs if they wanted to.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm interested in that. Yeah. It's giving very Wall-E.
Yes. They kind of do a Professor Xavier, where they use their own magical powers to like lift those chairs up to carry them.
Nice.
Yeah, which is fun. Starborn Slan specifically are the peak of magical excellence for mortals. No other mortals compared to them in terms of pure magical power.
I mean, they got like swirling galaxies around this dude. So
yes.
I see.
I didn't mention this before, but I think it's extremely fun. Both Starborn and Coalesced call their groups constellations.
A group of Seraphon is a constellation?
Yep, it's a constellation of Seraphon. Yep.
I love that.
It's really good,
No
right?
notes.
Right. Starborn Slan are obviously the like leaders of those groups. They are required for the like beaming star bodies down to the planet. Coalesced Slan exist, but they're rarer because it means a Slan who has intentionally chosen to leave his temple ship, right? Because they don't do the star body thing.
Yeah, because
they just are their original selves. Yeah. But some Slan see like the coalesced way of doing things as like a proper continuation of the Great Plan. They were all like physical and mortal back in Lustria. Like, why would that change now? And so Slan who intentionally join Coalesced often have a much deeper connection to the land. They lose a little bit of their like vast magical power, but they can reshape the land a little bit to be more. It's still a little bit Eldritch horror, but Coalesced Slan will often take wherever they are and just like terraform it to be jungle. To make it more like Lustria.
That's so good.
Right?
Oh my God, that's such a wild thing to do. What?
Can you imagine you're that like
little farm village?
English equivalent farm village out on the like rolling hill plains, and suddenly there is a rainforest next door.
Like, oh, the Seraphon moved in.
Yeah.
Oh God, I feel safer.
They're wonderful. Next slide is our skinks.
Oh my God, I love him. Whoa. They're so cool.
They're so cool, right? I love skinks. They're adorable.
Yeah.
They're doing their thing.
They got a little frill.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the skinks.
So skinks are the smallest variant of Seraphon. Yeah. All Seraphon except for Slan are the same species. What determines how they, like what subspecies they are, is how long they incubate.
Yes.
Yeah. Skinks incubate the shortest amount of time. So they are the most plentiful, and they're also little and smart. Skinks are the only other type of Seraphon who do magic other than Slan.
This one's doing magic.
Yep. Skinks learn magic from the Slan. They're not as capable as the Slan, but they can definitely like act in a support role. Slan often will channel their own magic through skinks. And so a Slan can just like attune their mind to a skink and cast their own spells through that skink's body, which lets skinks operate as like ground troops and stuff, or the Slan is just like beaming magic through them, which is cool. Skinks are fast. They are smarter. Like I said, they're more like intellectual than the other types of Seraphon. And they serve both in a like administrative role because of that. They are kind of the like bookkeepers and record keepers and like bureaucrats that keep like Seraphon stuff running. Because the Slan are too deep in contemplation. And also like scouts, and like they perform a lot of the like non-physically intensive roles of Seraphon society.
Nice.
And that varies a lot for like Starborn and Coalesced as well. Starborn skinks tend to be a lot more magically focused. You get a lot more like skink wizards amongst the Starborn, and they generally, and that's partially because they are helping the Slan to like interpret the Great Plan and stuff. A Starborn Slan will have like a dozen skink attendants that they've just like manifested star bodies for on the temple ship itself that they are like consulting with and whatnot. And then they'll send them down into battle to do like their magic or like to relate to the armed forces, or even just as because skinks are plentiful, even just as like skirmish troops, just swarm the enemy with lots of little guys with spears. Skinks have a subspecies that I forgot to include a picture of, chameleon skinks, which are exactly what it says on the tin.
Yep, perfect.
They're skinks with that big chameleon head crest and the like boggle eyes on the sides, and they can turn invisible.
Good.
Yep.
It'd be a bummer if they couldn't.
Right. Excellent scouts and trackers. They lean a little bit more into the like we're gonna do like quick and like out in the world jobs than like being administrators and stuff like normal skinks are. There's a very famous, he's dead now, sadly, but in the old world, there was a very famous, there's a very famous skink in the old world named Axolotl, who was not an axolotl, unfortunately. He was a chameleon skink. But he got lost in the realm of chaos at one point.
Oh, damn.
And just spent his whole time there assassinating high-ranking demons.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
That's cool.
It so suffused him with chaos magic that when he finally escaped the realm of chaos, because it like can't take root, like it wouldn't mutate him or anything, because he's a Seraphon.
He's a Seraphon.
But when he finally escaped the realm of chaos, like chameleon skinks can't really turn invisible. They can just like mimic like a real chameleon does.
Yeah.
Axolotl could properly turn invisible. He attuned his skin to the fabric of the universe because he was so suffused with chaos magic.
That's really cool.
Also, I'm going to mention now, because I know people will be mad at me if I don't, all Seraphon from the old world have stupid names. Except for Mazdamundi, he's got like a totally normal name for whatever reason, for like space lizard standards. Yeah. Like I said, Axolotl is not an axolotl, but he's like a lizard-related thing. His weapon is the great blowpipe of Patui.
Okay.
Yep. We have a skink who is Moses, and that's not a joke.
You've told me about him.
Yeah, he found 2 stone tablets on a mountainside that have parts of the Great Plan inscribed on them.
The Great Plan?
Yep. But it's a different variation of the Great Plan that told him to stop worshiping the old ones and start worshiping like a different god.
Oh, see, and I'm always a little sus when it's stop worshiping old gods, and start worshiping someone new.
Yeah. His name is 10 and 1, but it's spelled weird. And it's a reference to the children who died in the Great Plagues of Egypt. Yep.
What a thing to reference.
Yeah.
You could have picked a lot of things.
Yep.
You could have Moses is some sort of reptile variation of Moses.
Right.
And you picked that.
Yep, we got Mazdamundi. And the last one I'm going to save because we're going to talk about him later. Okay. Chameleon skinks, like I said, in Starborn constellation, skinks tend to have more leadership roles. They tend to be more integrated into the whole vibe of it, and they get to be a little bit more cavalier with their like personal danger. Yeah, because star bodies.
They'll just come back.
Yeah. And so they tend to be a bigger part of like Starborn like military bodies as well for that reason. Coalesced skinks do more of the like administrative thing, while Starborn skinks are helping the Slan like research the Great Plan and ponder the mysteries of the universe. Coalesced skinks are like making sure everyone has food, because like that's a thing they have to worry about
now
again.
Need to have food. Yep.
With the exception, like we don't see skinks in the military structures of Coalesced as much because they're like frail and like real bodies now. With the exception that skinks possess like exactly the amount of like cunning, intelligence, and like physicality that they are the dedicated monster tamers of Seraphon cohorts, of Coalesce cohorts. Yeah. And boy, do Seraphon tame monsters.
I would hope so.
Next picture on our list is our next type of Seraphon.
Whoa, big boy.
Saurus.
Good
yeah.
name.
The Saurus are kind of like the default Seraphon, right? They are not particularly special in any capacity. They are roughly person-sized, a little bit bigger. They aren't as smart as skinks, but they're of like average human intelligence. They are the workhorses of any Seraphon constellation, with the caveat that Saurus are for war. Saurus do not do manual labor.
No.
They are the military.
Yep.
That is why they exist.
Yep.
In Starborn constellations, Seraphon or Saurus are usually relegated to like a bodyguard role. They'll still often make up the bulk of the military, but any Saurus who rise above just kind of like foot troop level are doing so because they are temple guard. They are like, I exist to jump in front of bullets meant for the Slann. Or like guard the skinks who are here with us, who are doing magic to like help win this battle.
Cool.
Yeah. In Coalesce, though, Saurus are the leadership. Slann still have ultimate say, even in a coalesced constellation, but Saurus are the type of Seraphon that is most likely to coalesce.
That makes sense.
Yeah, right. They're more physical. They're the military like caste, and a lot of their like military combat is based on kind of that instinctual fighting. Something awakens in them when they're on the realms again too long, where they start feeling those instincts, that like dinosaur like reptilian. One of their abilities.
We're back.
Yeah, one of their abilities in game is sorry, we're back reference.
Yep. I can't believe I didn't drop that one earlier. That's on me.
One of their abilities in game is called Predatory Fighter, like where they are just more focused on being dinosaurs than they are on being like unfathomable like star creatures.
Star creatures in the beginning of the universe.
Yeah. Saurus.
Great name. I know I said it, but like,
right.
Great name.
They're very good. Saurus generally can't do magic. There are exceptions, but it's just not their focus. Like they're the tacticians. They are your military leaders, your generals and tacticians. More so in Coalesced, obviously. In Coalesced constellations, they'll often also take to riding those big monsters that the skinks are taming. You don't see that as much in Starborn, just because like it's hard to store a monster's soul on the ships, basically.
Yeah.
But in Coalesced, you're just taming them and raising them and keeping them in pens, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a physical thing you can do.
Yes. Yeah. They're big, tough lizards. Their mounts of choice, if they are like taming monsters, are, and this is where the like, do dinosaurs exist in the mortal realms? Kind of. We get the implication that they didn't until Seraphon showed up.
Okay.
And then part of that like Slann like terraforming they're doing, where they're recreating the jungles of Lustria, also brought Lustria's native wildlife back,
which are dinosaurs.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And so when Saurus ride anything into battle, they ride velociraptors as shock cavalry.
Hell yeah, they
and
do.
T-Rexes as heavy cavalry. Yep. Which is excellent. But yeah, Saurus, big tough lizards. We love them around here.
Super cool.
But talking about big tough lizards, our next one, the last variation of Seraphon.
Hey, that's a big boy.
Croxagore.
Look at that skull.
Yep. Croxagore are...
That name is perfect.
Peak. I love
That's exactly
what
that is,
so
a Croxagore.
Croxagore are massive. There aren't any pictures of Starborn Croxagore because they're mostly coalesced.
There aren't any left.
Yeah. Saurus are the most likely to coalesce, but Croxagore are right fucking there. Croxagore are huge. They are brutish. They're not very bright. That's all Seraphon operate on a sliding scale of how big are you to how smart are you. So Croxagore are huge. They're troll sized. But they're just not they don't have an affinity for the intellectual arts. And that's fine. Yeah.
You know what? It takes all kinds.
Yep. Kroxigor are hulking and powerful, and they have an instinctive affinity for skinks that was like put in them by the old ones. They have like a weird, it's not weird, it's kind of an interesting, like the old ones were just like, you're going to be big and huge and not very bright, and we are going to literally plant the idea in your brain that you should always be like finding a skink to like help you. Basically.
Smart.
And to help that skink, right? If skinks are like the administrators and they're like running stuff in like a coalesced constellation, they're doing that largely by like symbiosis with the Kroxigor. The skinks are like, okay, we need a building here to store like food or to act as a pen for like the monsters we're taming, like Kroxigor. And the Kroxigor are like,
on it, boss.
Yep, you got it, boss. Like, happy to help. I'm big and strong.
Love that.
Yeah. Kroxigor's main purpose is actually civil, which is why we basically only have coalesced ones, because you don't need people to build warehouses and stuff on a temple ship.
Yeah.
When Starborn's Kroxigor happen, it's because they are being like almost misappropriated for warfare. It's not their job. They're big, strong laborers is the intent. So like they are big, strong laborers specifically so that the Saurus don't have to focus on that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Executive functions.
Yes. Yeah. Like Starborn Kroxigor is rare as a result, and when they get like beamed down, they almost always coalesce. The coalesced use them for their intended purpose, where they're building and constructing and like building new temples on the realms, which is cool. But then like Kroxigor will always like also march out to defend their own territory, their own like temples that they're helping build and stuff, often with skinks at their back.
Nice.
Both
Teamwork.
Both variants of Kroxigor in game, baseline Kroxigor, who are the civil ones, and then Kroxigor Warspawned, which are Kroxigor who just like come into existence to do military roles, have bonus rules where they get an advantage if they're near skinks, which I think is fun.
I like that.
They're helping them. They're telling them how to do.
Nice.
That's all of our types of Seraphon. But I can't not mention dinosaurs. Our next slide is dinosaurs.
It's just some dinosaurs.
Yep.
Look at them go. That's a big dino.
We got a Saurus riding a T-Rex there. Yep. A Carnosaur is the Warhammer name for it.
Yep.
Yep.
Because you got to copyright that.
Yep. That was even in the old world. We don't have Latin in Warhammer, so. And then oh no, I can't remember what it's called. It's a Triceratops.
Yep.
But it's got a different AOS name. You can see some pterodactyls above it.
Yeah.
Flapping around. The Triceratops is carrying what is called an engine of the gods on its back. It is a channeling device for astral magic that skinks can operate.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
engine of the gods is pretty cool.
It's very good. It has the funniest rules in like I don't know which rules are currently actually because we just had the edition change a little bit ago and I haven't played against Seraphon since. But its old rules were extremely funny because you would just roll 2 dice and it would have 12 different things that could happen based on the results on your dice, ranging from like you rolled snake eyes and it just hurts itself because the power gets like mischanneled and it blows a piece off of it, to like you summon a dinosaur. Like it just manifests a dinosaur out of astral magic.
That's really
and you
good.
just get to add it to your army for free.
I'll take those odds.
Right. Next slide is more dinosaurs.
More dinosaurs. That's my birthday? Wow. Look, it's a skink on a velociraptor.
Yep.
It's got feathers.
Yep. We got a skink on a Raptorix, is what theirs are called.
Good.
Yep.
This guy looks like a dino beetle.
Yep,
He's a steggy.
He's a Bastillodon, which is a good name.
What a run of names!
Right. That is a solar engine on his back, channels sunlight into devastating laser blasts, which is great. Also, that boy is huge. You can see some Chaos Warriors in the foreground there.
That's big.
Right.
He is so very big.
Right. Love that boy. But that's all of our kind of default Seraphon stuff. Seraphon are in a weird position where they're from the old world, so we have like a lot of context of them in that way, but they haven't had a ton going on like in main AOS. They basically exist to be like, and then Seraphon showed up and they did a thing. Yeah. So while we have a lot of like characters in the old world, most of them died during the end times.
Yeah, you know, that can happen.
Yeah, so we don't really have any of them in AOS, with one exception.
A single exception.
Yeah, so we only have one famous face for Seraphon, and his name is Lord Croak.
Oh my god! See, Lord Croak looks more like how I was picturing all of them to look like.
Yeah. Lord Croak is a Slon, obviously, and he is dead.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Listen, Lord Croak is a lot of things, and the first among them is dead. Yes. Yes, he is a mummy. He is a corpse. Not only
Does he know that?
Yes. Not only is Lord Croak dead, Lord Croak died in the earliest days of the old world. The specific phrase is dead for innumerable ages. Lord Croak was the first Slon.
Okay.
OG first spawning, learned magic directly from the old ones.
Dead.
Yep, yep. I did not lie.
Nope.
Yeah, technically all of the named Seraphon characters from the old world are dead. Lord Croak.
So what's the deal with Lord Croak?
So in the old world, the old ones create the lizards. Too inflexible. They create the elves. They don't reproduce fast enough. They create the dwarves. They are too quick to take a defensive position. They create the humans. They're too corruptible, and they're halfway through creating the ogres, and they get got.
And then they get got.
The same event where the old ones got was the first chaos war of the old world.
Oh.
And it was a minor incursion, and Seraphon were able to push it back by themselves.
Nice.
No one else was ready to do that fight yet, and the lizards were perfectly positioned to solve it themselves, basically.
Yeah.
Though they did take heavy losses, and it wasn't as clean as it could have been. We got to the point where chaos had threatened most of the world and was descending on the last safe city, the city of Ixtal, which is a Seraphon city, naturally. Seraphon are pretty South American coded, especially in their names. And in Ixtal, the main defender of the city is Lord Croak, first of the Slon. Lord Croak basically rings the dinner bell, tries to lure as many chaos demons as he can to Ixtal, displays of force to try and convince them that they can't take it if they attack it piecemeal. Just get as many demons as he can to Ixtal, and then he casts a spell that will be named by later Seraphon Celestial Deliverance.
Great name.
Excellent name. Kills all of the demons.
Nice.
Yeah. Just period. Kills all of the demons. Kills all the demons. And after that, the Seraphon work with the elves to create that big vortex that pulls excess magic out of the world that kept the old world safe for a long time. Celestial Deliverance is too big. It kills Croak.
Yeah. What's his face got his head blown up.
Yeah. Just pulls the soul out of Croak's body. It's just too much magic all at once.
Describe death.
Yep. And so Croak is dead. He is just a corpse on his chair, hanging out in the city of Ixtal.
Okay.
Croak is so powerful in magic that the other Seraphon take his body and they mummify him. And they keep his still dead corpse on that chair so that when other demons threaten the city of Ixtal in the ages to come, they can wheel Croak's desiccated corpse out onto the battlefield and hit it with a stick. And it will...
Just Weekend at Bernie's, these bitches?
Yep. They Weekend at Bernie's Lord Croak's corpse, and its mouth and tongue redoes the last couple of syllables of Celestial Deliverance, and
Wait. It works?
Yes.
It's not just a trick?
No, it works.
It's a weapon?
Yep.
Oh my god.
They use Lord Croak's desiccated corpse as a weapon. Obviously, he's dead and it's not the full incantation, so Celestial Deliverance just blows up 100 yards in front of Croak.
Yeah,
it's not the full power of the spell.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lord Croak's corpse is the main weapon used to defend the city of Ixtal for the next thousands of years.
You know what? It's probably what he would have wanted.
Yes, it's absolutely what he wanted. It's his whole purpose.
Yep.
Lord Croak is dead all through the end times.
Lord Croak was dead to begin with.
Yes. He is dead all the way through until like right near the end of the end times, where no shit, he just decides to stop being dead.
Jesus. What a time. Okay.
Yep. Wherever Lord Croak's soul was, it was just like, that's enough.
Okay.
And comes back.
Perform the celestial spell again?
Yep.
What?
Blows up like all of the demons in Lustria.
Okay.
He's not at his full power because he's dead. But kills a ton of demons in Lustria, specifically to buy time to board the temple ships and like get everybody out, because he knew that this world was done, but he knew that the Seraphon had to continue.
It's a great plan.
Yeah, he shows back up. He blows up a bunch of shit. He dies again. They
course.
load his corpse onto a temple ship. And they fly away. Yep.
He could show back up at any time.
I was gonna say,
You've seen. You gotta take him with you.
Yep. They take his body to the mortal realms. He wills himself back to life again to help during the fight against chaos.
Hell yeah.
And that's how he's been ever since. Lord Croak refuses to take a leadership position within the Seraphon. He just wants to be like spellcaster, blow up demons man, basically. But he has kind of developed and I'm going to use this as a hook for our next episode, because we're going to I'm going to do the most this character thing I can think of, and we're going to take a detour from talking about Grand Alliance Order to talk about a single character for next episode, who I'm going to tease now. Lord Croak has largely just been like using his mastery of magic to like support the Seraphon and to push back against chaos, just showing up to like blast. In game he still can cast Celestial Deliverance, and it's still devastating, and I hate playing against Lord Croak, but that's neither here nor there. But in recent years he has kind of refocused from just being an entity that fights chaos generally to kind of having a feud with a specific like demon.
Hell yes.
We haven't talked about him at all yet.
Oh.
Which is kind of intentional, because
You're building to this?
He's fascinating. Croak, the last time we saw Croak in a major appearance, it was specifically to foil this person's plan.
Nice.
And he failed.
No, not nice!
Yeah. Amongst all of the demons of the Chaos Gods, one stands apart from all of them. We talked in the Corn episode about demon princes.
Yes, we did.
Mortals elevated to like their souls reshaped by chaos magic to become demons, granting them dark apotheosis, making them immortal. Among all of the demon princes who have ever existed, there was a first one.
Of course. Whoa, what?
The first mortal to ever pledge his soul to chaos and become a demon prince, not by the will of a single chaos god, but by all four in tandem.
But they hate working together.
They do hate working together. Not only the first demon prince, but also the first ever chosen of chaos. A mortal champion destined to destroy the world, who is still mad that he was abandoned by the chaos gods when they didn't think he could deliver.
Oh, shit.
Who hates everyone for the rightful destruction that he was denied, but Archaon above all others, the upstart who has his title.
Jealousy. Interesting. Okay.
He hates Sigmar. He calls him the upstart barbarian god, because he was immortal before Sigmar was even born. He's from the old world. That's all we know. He's like from the world that was.
Okay.
And that's literally all we know about him, because he has taken great steps to obfuscate everything else about his identity.
Of course.
Dear listeners, I am segueing off of our episode about Seraphon to tell you that our next episode is going to be about the first prince himself, Be'lakor, the demon of shadows.
You know I love a shadow aesthetic. Oh my god. Dinos and shadow aesthetic? Wow. Back to back?
And I'm very excited to talk about Be'lakor. and my buddy Daniel is going to be very excited for our Be'lakor episode.
Yay!
He plays army dedicated to Be'lakor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Next episode, we are going to be talking Be'lakor, the first demon prince. We're going to be talking the mortals sworn to service to Be'lakor, the legion of the first prince. Yeah. And we're going to be talking some more like chaosy stuff. I am usurping our order faction theme in the way that Be'lakor would want.
Yes. It's chaos.
Our great plotter, our great planner, who outsmarted even the dead for innumerable ages, Lord Croak.
Let's go.
Yeah, willing to work across faction lines, struck a deal with Nagash and all that fun stuff. But we will learn about that more next episode when we talk about Be'lakor. A little bit of a shorter one this week.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. We're waiting for Seraphon to do some more stuff, and we'll probably revisit them when they do. But
Nice.
in the meantime, I have been your forgetting what I was at the top. Skink Star Priest. I have been your Skink Star Priest, Dalton Montgomery.
And I'm Darian Smart, and I invite you all to come along with me.
Hell yeah. We will see you when the moon comes back around. Take care.
Bye-bye.